Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic. Most people will have heard by this point that on March 4th, actor Luke Perry passed away after suffering a stroke at the age of 52. Most of the TV and movies I watch consist of science fiction, superheroes, and horror. However, every once in a while there is a show that I like that goes outside those genres. One of these shows was Beverly Hills 90210, which first aired on October 4th, 1990. The show originally revolved around a set of twins, Brandon and Brenda Walsh, who moved with their parents from Minnesota to Beverly Hills, California. In the early seasons, the episodes were issue-based, but it became more of a soap opera in the later seasons. I was the perfect age for this show as I was turning 13 and becoming a teenager myself when it first aired. The show was basically the ideal, fantastical version of a teenager's life, or the teenage life some teenagers strive to have: attractive, hot friends, popular in school, and admired by everyone else. One of my favorite characters in this show was Dylan McKay. Dylan was a very flawed character in comparison to the others. He had addiction problems, he cheated on his girlfriends, and he was an emotional train wreck. Unlike Brandon Walsh, who was, in my opinion, basically a Marty Sue. Everyone loved him, he was always morally right and totally self-righteous, and never seemed to screw up. Dylan McKay was played perfectly by Luke Perry. His character was almost a mirror opposite from Brandon Walsh. However, what you might not know is Luke Perry has some science fiction cred to him. He had a small role in the sci-fi classic The Fifth Element at the beginning of the film as the professor's assistant. He also did voiceover work for Biker Mice from Mars and was the voice of Rick Jones in the late 90s Incredible Hulk animated series, which I always thought was cool since the Hulk is my favorite Marvel character. He also starred in the short-lived science fiction series created by J. Michael Straczynski, Jeremiah, which also starred Malcolm Jamal Warner, who is famous for his role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Luke Perry had done quite a few low-budget or made-for-TV science fiction films over the years: Storm, The Enemy, Supernova, and Descent, just to name a few. Early in his career, during his 90210 fame, he also starred in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer film. Now, I have to admit, most of the sci-fi schlock that Luke Perry has starred in has slipped under my radar. Also, I was surprised to find while researching this video how many of these films he has been in. However, one of these films I was able to catch, and it was the TV miniseries called Invasion, where he played the character of Bo Stark. It also starred Kim Cattrall and Rebecca Gayheart. The miniseries plot involves small rocks from space that land on Earth, and when touched, they triggered a latent virus that has always existed in humans. It then mutates them into an alien species, with the last few unaffected scientists racing against the clock to find a cure. I remember browsing the aisles of my local video rental store when I saw the cover for this miniseries. I saw Luke Perry on it, along with Kim Cattrall, and thought, oh man, this must be cheesy, so I rented it. However, I actually enjoyed this miniseries, and thought it was a decent premise for a science fiction story. Also, I rented it because I was curious to see Luke Perry in something besides a teen-based drama. In his final years, Luke Perry had once again found fame with a new audience in the show Riverdale, which is also a teen drama as it's based on the Archie comic books. There was also talks of a 90210 revival with the original cast. Luke Perry was taken far too soon from this world, and he still had so much more to give. It's an odd thing when a celebrity whose performance you enjoyed passes away. You can still feel a loss, even though they never knew you and you never really knew them. For me, I guess it reminds me of my own mortality. As you get older, more and more things you like seem to be slowly erased by time. It's something that when you're a child, you never really have to think about. Everything seems like it will last forever. But all good things must end. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.